Daniel Joseph Kinahan was born in June 1977 to Jean Boylan and Christy Kinahan. He was raised in Tala and later in the Oliver Bond flats in Dublin city centre. Daniel's father Christy, also known as the Dapper Don, has convictions for ecstasy and heroin smuggling. While in prison, he learned Spanish and Russian, and when released, it is believed he set up drug routes into Western Europe with Mexican and Colombian cartels and in league with the Russian mafia. Daniel inherited a drugs empire from his father and was named in the Irish High Court as a senior figure in global organised crime. The Criminal Assets Bureau has also stated that Daniel controlled and managed the Kinahan cartel, smuggling drugs and firearms into Ireland, the UK, and mainland Europe. In 2001, Daniel was charged in relation to an assault on two Gardaí outside Shelburne Greyhound racing track. The charges were dropped in 2002. In 2010, Daniel, his father Christy, and his brother Christy Jr. were arrested in Spain in a joint operation between the UK's National Crime Agency and Spanish police. The raids highlighted the vast wealth of the cartel, with 60 luxury properties in Spain, mostly on the Costa del Sol, worth around 150 million euros. Furthermore, they owned 6 tourist developments worth around 500 million in Brazil, as well as other properties and businesses in Ireland, England, Belgium, Cyprus, South Africa and Dubai. Also arrested in the raids were Irish gangster Fat Freddie Thompson and Gary Hutch. Although the raids were seen as a huge step for international policing, the Kinahans were back to business as usual less than a year later, bigger and bolder than ever. By 2012, Daniel had taken over the running of the cartel, while Christy Sr. was finishing a prison sentence in Belgium for money laundering. That same year, Daniel was involved in setting up the MGM boxing gym in Marbella with Irish boxer Matthew Macklin, and was involved in promoting and managing boxers at the gym. The small Spanish gym grew into MTK Global, one of the biggest players in the boxing management and promotion world. Renowned boxer Macklin has no involvement in criminal activity. It was at a boxing event in February 2016 when Daniel Kinahan came to the attention of the world's media. A group of armed men burst into the Clash of the Clans weigh-in at Dublin's Regency Hotel, apparently with the aim of killing Kinahan. Daniel managed to flee, but his friend and Lieutenant David Byrne was shot dead, and 2 other men were injured, including another Kinahan lieutenant, Sean McGovern. The attack was in retaliation for the killing of Gary Hutch in Marbella, which the Hutch family blamed on Kinahan. The resulting feud left 18 men dead in the bloodiest period in Irish gangland history. In 2019, in the wake of the media and police attention that resulted from the feud, Kinahan moved from Spain to Dubai. Despite officially cutting ties with the MTK Global Boxing Gym, Daniel continued to be an active figure in the boxing world. In 2020, lineal heavyweight champ Tyson Fury took to social media to give Danny Kinahan a shout-out for setting up a box office bout between himself and Anthony Joshua.
Hello there, I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed.
He has continued to be photographed with high-profile boxing personalities. In December 2020, a racketeering summons was served to Kinahan in Qatar by US lawyers. Boxing promoter Moses Harida took a civil case against Daniel and MTK of the signing of Joseph Diaz, who was under contract to Harida at the time. Harida also claims that Daniel Kinahan and MTK are in breach of the RICO Act, a US organised crime legislation, which can be used in civil cases. Harida alleges that Kinahan founded MTK Global as a front business to launder illicit proceeds from drug trafficking, and despite claims that Kinahan is no longer involved with the organisation, he is still influencing and controlling it. In 2021, the BBC Panorama programme aired an investigation into Kinahan's involvement in the boxing industry and his criminal history. In 2022, Daniel Kinahan was named in a cab case against Jim Mansfield Jr., where it was stated in court that Mansfield received briefcases of cash totaling 4.5 million euros as part of a failed property deal.